Hello, good morning, good morning. Welcome to my page, Glitzy Creations by Ginger. My name is Ginger. Thank you for joining me today on my segment with the bright and early crafters. Y'all, it is bright and early for this girl. I was on last night until about 11:10 p.m. Had a really hard time falling asleep. I think I was just overly tired. But then this morning it was like 3:55 and my eyes popped open and I'm ready to craft. So good morning, welcome in. Hello Carly, good morning, good morning. Let me see if I can get the lineup while we're waiting for our friends to come on. So I am normally on at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. I know, Carly, and I was on Shelby's live by a little bit after 4 o'clock. Hi Julie, I don't know. I did around 2 o'clock yesterday after I took a little cat nap. I had a little drink. I've got like this, it's like a little squeeze bottle. Hey AAA. And it's like, probably has some caffeine in it. And I don't know if that caffeine, like later in the day, but I could not fall asleep and then I didn't sleep very soundly. So today is gonna be a big day for this Gigi. I am heading straight from here. I'm on a little earlier because I am heading to my daughter's house to watch my granddaughter. So this Gigi has a double header today. I'm straight from here, heading into Houston. I'm watching my granddaughters all day long from 8 a.m. to 4 o'clock. And then I'm headed to my other daughters to watch my grandsons tonight. So I'm so blessed. I get to be with all 6 of my grandkids today. I'm so excited. This makes this Gigi's heart super happy. But since I had to be so early into town, I asked our sweet friend with Doss Wreath Boutique, Marissa, if she would switch with me so I could go on a little bit earlier and didn't have to cancel. So the lineup for today is yours truly at 6 a.m. Central, 7 a.m. Eastern, Glitzy Creations by Ginger. Up after me at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is Marissa with Doss Craft Boutique. Hey, Ann. Hi, Chrissy. Good morning. Good morning. On after that at 9 a.m. Eastern is Jenny with Colossal Creations. Up after her at 10 o'clock is Tanya with Ribbon Branch Craft. We do have a break at 11, and then on again at 12 p.m. Eastern is Christine with I'm Snow Crafty. I love saying that. At 1 o'clock, we have Betsy with Heavens to Betsy Cakery. She is like the recipe queen of fake baking. I'm sure she has like a cookbook and a recipe book and little recipe cards, but Betsy from Heavens to Betsy, she is like a meticulous fake baker, meaning she measures. I kind of eyeball and I want things to be even, but she probably gets her measuring spoons out. She's fantastic. And then at 2 o'clock, we have Debbie's Bright Ideas, our fearless leader. Good morning, Wendy. At 3 o'clock, Misty's Creations. At 4 o'clock is Carol with CF, I think that's an F. Hold on. CPC Crafts. This girl needs maybe some reading glasses. Hi, Shelby. Good morning. Good morning. And then rounding us out tonight at 6 o'clock is D with That's So Cute by D. So that is our lineup. Let's get started. I got something in my mouth. Let's take a quick drink, because you got to hydrate early in the morning. Okay. Hello, Velvet and Vines. Victoria. We're Texas friends. I don't think we live too far from each other, and I was going to message you about the group chat that we're in. I don't think I snore either, Victoria. I'm just saying. So, like maybe. Hey, Victoria, thank you so much. So, I'm just saying, if you can pick up what I'm putting down, message me. Good morning, Sam. It is live. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Victoria. So message me and maybe we can be roommates. Okay, so my sweet friend Erica with Berry Sweet. About a little bit over a year ago, I took, thank you, Victoria. I took a shaker class from Victoria, not from Victoria, from Erica with Berry Sweet. And she has me seeing shakers everywhere I go, seriously. So I was at Hobby Lobby and I found these little plates, the perfect size for a shaker. So do you see how they have like, they're indented. So anything that you see, plates that have like an indentation, they make fantastic wreath attachments. So we're gonna put this on. I have a little tree I'm building out here. Now, if this was gonna go outside, you could Mod Podge or like put a layer of glue. Hello, Tanya. I know, hello again, hello again. Thank you, Rita. I was on last night until about 11:10 p.m. my time. And then at 4 o'clock this morning, my eyes popped open. I was shocked. So anyway, we're gonna make a shaker out of this. So the first thing I wanna do, I have these acetate sheets. You can get a whole box of them on Amazon for $10. I think they come in a pack of 50. So things do stick to them. So I'm gonna trace my, I wonder if hopefully I can get 2 on here. I think I can. Hi, Cynthia. Good morning, good morning. Welcome bright and early. Okay, let's get my pen. And we are just gonna trace, look at this beautiful pen I have. Good morning, Stephanie. So I'm gonna make, I think I'm actually probably gonna make 3 of these. I might make more. These are gonna go on my little tree, but I do have a big wreath that I'm gonna be putting on the door to my craft room. Hi, Jody. Okay, so there is paper that's in between each one of these. I know, so that is, Tanya, I already have it planned out. So the kiddos nap, I've got a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a almost 1-year-old granddaughter. So the 1-year-old and the 2-year-old still nap, but Rory and I, like, we might have some quiet time. Oh, well, that's fun. I'd love to see a picture. Oh, goodness gracious. This has got to work out. Holy guacamole. Is there any way, even if I turned it a different way? I really want to get 3 out of this, guys. Oh, maybe if I go that way. Let's try it. I mean, I want to get at least 2. So what I do so that I don't actually draw on my acetate, I just leave the paper on. Is it gonna work? Nope, it's not. Bummer. If I cut it a little smaller. Let's try this. We've got one more try, guys. And then if this doesn't work, yeah, this might work. I just got to make sure I'm going to end up cutting on the right line. You know what? Forget it. Hi, Elise. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Jennifer. Yes. So my one daughter has 3 under 3. Hello, Cece. Good morning, beautiful. Hi, Tina, my sweet friend. So my one daughter has 3 little girls under the age of 3, and my other daughter has 3 little boys, 3 and under. So my girls they were pregnant at the same time, all 3 times. Okay, I'm gonna cut this. Make sure I'm following the right line because I really kind of messed my brain up a little bit here. That's okay. So I was trying to be like frugal with my products. Hi Rita, good morning. But I'm just gonna not worry about it. Good morning, Eliza. Yeah, it was really cool. So my first 2 grandbabies were born 6 weeks apart. And we had a boy, and to make it even a little more interesting, my one daughter has all 3 girls, and my other daughter has all 3 boys. So it was amazing. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna take our plate. Hey, Debbie. I did not see you pop in. I did sleep pretty good, surprisingly. I mean, I didn't sleep super deep. Okay. I probably could have cut this a little smaller. That's okay. Okay, so we've got our acetate sheet. And now we're gonna fill up, and I think I'm gonna use these stars. So I have these confetti stars. Part of me wanted to use, I also have this little mix, but they're circles. And I don't have any more blue. So I'm afraid if I don't have enough that, I have more red and I have more white, but I don't have more blue. So let's just go ahead. We're gonna, and it always takes, hi Tammy, hi Deanna. It always takes a little bit more than what you think. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a mix, but let's see if I put all, like if this is gonna be enough, because I'm making 3. This might be more than enough. You're gonna test it out. Yeah, that's plenty. Oh, wow, Tanya, that is fun. So fun. Yeah, okay. So we're just gonna pour, I've got this little container. Let's make a little mix. I know, Tammy, I am up early. Holy moly. You know, when you plan something and you think, oh, that sounds like a good idea. That sounds fun. I could do that. And then when it gets there, you realize, man, 6 o'clock, that comes early when you, and then like, I didn't realize that I was doing a late night live and an early morning live at the same, you know, on the same overnight. But that's okay. Sleep is overrated, y'all. Hey, Sam. Hey, Deanna. I mean, there might be a few little bags under my eyes. Nothing that a little preparation H won't fix. These are going to be really easy, y'all. Okay. we got a new mix. Y'all, this is not big enough to mix. Good morning, Marquita. Okay, look, maybe I can do this. Y'all, I was also out here. I got a bunch of these last year on clearance. Oh, thank you, Tammy. You're so sweet. I got a bunch of these on clearance last year at the end of the season. And so this morning I'm like, the big ones kind of look like gumballs. And so I started this little project. I'm going to probably do a reel putting this together, decorating it, painting it. So I'm excited about that. When I saw those, I'm like, oh, I think those will fit in there. Hi, Anne. Hi, Mary. Okay, so let's go ahead and scoop. Man, I feel like whatever that the cook's name on the Muppets, the chef, some days in my craft room I feel just like him. Okay, where'd my star go? Let's test. So you got to test it out because, oh, you're so sweet, Victoria. You think you have enough, and then you let's put a few more shakes. I do have fun dressing. It's one of my hobbies. Yeah, so I stuck a toilet paper in the center and just started filling up around it. And then it also, if it were to work, it has, thank you, Susan. It has like a hole to have things come out. Well, I don't want it to come out. So I put a tiny piece of cardboard at the bottom as well that I glued to the toilet paper roll, and I just kind of tuck them around and then, you know, shake it up. So I am going to work on that. It's a lot of painting and glittering. So it's, Susan, you're so sweet. So it's not like the best thing to do on a live, but I am going to do a pre-recorded reel. I've got to start working and learning how to do those a little bit better. Okay, so I put in 8 tweezer scoops. Let's see if that's enough. Now where'd my acetate go? It's clear, so it disappears. Okay. Let's do 2 more scoops. We'll do 10 scoops total. Okay, so the key is to making sure that you have enough hot glue so that your little sprinkles don't fall out. And I'm guessing that this plate is not 100% even on all sides. Go this way. How did I trace that? That looks pretty good. Good morning, Jolene. How are you, my love? Okay, I'm gonna take and just wipe this on my shirt. Make sure all the fingerprints are off. And then when I'm done, I can take a soft cloth to the top. Okay, so I put this on a little bit at a time. So I've got my hot glue and I'm gonna go on this inside edge so that my little stars don't pop out. going on here? Come on, hot glue. The one thing you want to make sure is that when you first put your hot glue down, that you don't shake it, because your pieces will stick to that hot glue. So my daughter, she texted me to make sure that I remember. She's going to a conference for 3 days. Like, it's a daily conference. Okay. So, and then I'm just gonna lift slightly. Like I said, if you were wanting to put this in a wreath that was on a front door, you could easily just run a coat of sealer or Mod Podge or glue. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you. Can I start over? Sorry. Sorry, Heather. So my daughter's name is Victoria, and yeah, I was having a brain lapse. Of course, Heather, I got to learn from Heather at the Candy Crew retreat, which was so fun. Hi, Kathleen. Aloha. Thanks for looking out for me, Wendy. Okay, now what I did do on accident, I got a little bit of a, kind of a bubble there. Yes, so Heather, I'm so sorry. Okay. So now we're gonna just let this sit for a second. And we're gonna take our trim that I got from Michael. So I got this red. I hope so. Oh, Heather, that was like, I mean, wouldn't anybody just stay and help clean up? I would think, if you could. Okay, so I have ball trim in blue, in red, and in white. I'm hoping to come in October, Heather. I have a lot going on in October, and so I just need to check my dates, but I would love to come. I had a blast. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my hot glue. First of all, let's see if there's any, I do need to trim this up a little bit. There's just a couple pieces that went over. Okay, so before we put our trim, we've got this great shaker. How fun is that? Like I said, if you were to put this on like a wreath outside, you could just put, I would put a coat of like Mod Podge or something over the back of it, and it's gonna be weatherproof. You could use sealer, all kinds of stuff. But now I'm gonna take my ball trim. What time is it? Okay, I have 30 minutes. And I am gonna run it along this edge. It's not really like a technical ball trim, but it kind of reminds me of ball trim. Let me turn this corner. And this just finishes it out. Who did I miss? This is gonna go, I have a little small tree that I have here in my craft room, and I decorate it for every season. It's kind of new because that part of my craft room used to have a ton of stuff in it, and I've cleaned it out and organized it. Now I have room for a tiny little tree. So this year I'm making all kinds of fun ornaments for it. I made last night, if you want to watch the replay, I made an adorable, hey Jane Ann. So I know my sweet granddaughter, the other day, I have these cupcakes hanging. I have a Patriotic tree in my kitchen, and it's just got all sweet treats on it. And she had glitter all over her mouth, and I knew that she had been trying to lick the cupcake. Good morning, Lori. When you put your trim on, any spot that you might have missed, as far as hot glue goes, that second bead of hot glue that you're putting your trim on with will definitely kind of seal that up. So Heather, are you still having, I know she couldn't resist. Heather, are you still having your like in-person classes? You're still on? I would love to come to, we had one of the best trips. We did a road trip through Maryland and New Jersey and Delaware. I would love to come visit and take a class. Now, if you're going to use hot glue, hi Rhonda, you definitely have to be a little bit acclimated. I'm sure most of us as crafters have had a few hot glue burns in our lives. Oh wow, that's amazing. I want to come someday. I should get on your like email list, because I'm always looking to travel and craft. Well, and I feel like Heather is like me, like always trying to stretch a budget and come up with fun ideas. I think one of my favorite things that Heather did was putting the shower curtain rod. It was either a tension rod or a shower curtain rod across like a hallway or in a windowsill and put garland over it. so that when you're like entering a hallway, you've got like, I'm in Houston. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. So we took the ferry. Cape May, are you near Cape May? I want to say that I think you are. We took that ferry across, and that was one of the funnest things. Okay, so how quick and easy was this? Good morning, Alyssa. Okay, so there we go. There is our shaker. Now, to finish out the back and make this to where you can attach it into something, okay, I'm gonna take a pipe cleaner. So I just cut this pipe cleaner in thirds. Good morning, Lambrina. I'm gonna fold it in half. And then I'm gonna look here for like just a scrap of glitter foam sheet. I'm gonna use white. Here we go. So this was just laying on my table. I know, isn't it fun, Sam? And it's so easy. Thank you, Lambrina. So I'm just gonna take my pipe cleaner. I'm gonna, actually, I'll put it right here. A little bit, let's make sure. Nope, good thing I checked. It's gonna go this way. There we go. I know, isn't it fun? I'm gonna add a tad of hot glue. And so I'm just gonna take this little piece of glitter foam sheet and pop it over the top, and that just kind of holds it on. And it's so easy. So it's plates from Hobby Lobby. They were like $5 and 40% off, and there's 20 of them. So, I mean, you could make a whole slew of these. You could glue them onto a beaded garland and make a garland out of it. I mean, how cute. I've got this beaded garland last year as well at Hobby Lobby. Yes, they are plates, Lambrina, and you could glue them to a bead and they could hang like a garland. How adorable would that be? Okay, so I still have time. So let's do one more because I'm gonna do 3 total. I'll do probably 2 online with y'all. And I'm gonna do one with the red trim, one with this blue ball trim, and then one with the white. Did I even go to bed? Peggy, I did go to bed. I had considered just laying on the floor here with a blanket and just spending the night. But, yeah, so I got like, I don't know, it was hard for me to go to sleep. I was on like definitely a post-live high for sure. Okay, you know what? I think, okay, we're gonna try this. I'm gonna try to be a little frugal. Big surprise, right? And I think this lip is big enough. Where'd my pen go? Now I've just got trash everywhere. Holy moly, guys. Trash everywhere. Thank you, Susan. I know, isn't that fun on a garland? They can go in a wreath. I know, for sure, Heather, right? I know, the rabbit hole is real. So because there's such a huge lip on that, I can cheat a little bit. Hope I don't shoot myself in the foot. I bet that you could even, like any kind of small plate. I bet they have like, oh, I have some pineapple plates. Oh, I'm totally doing this with pineapple plates. So it's kind of like, you know, napkins. Now go out and look for all these fun shaped plates. How cute would like fish plates be, watermelon plates, bumblebee plates, and make little shakers out of them. Okay, let's see if this is a bad idea. By cutting those corners. Okay, so acetate, I got it. Now, you could be super frugal and save like the acetate wrapper on your ribbon rolls. I don't do that. Or like your, what ornaments come in, they come in those acetate boxes. At one point, I thought I would use those. And then I thought, no, they're kind of scratched up. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. And then I'll trim it. Okay, so I'm gonna take my 10 scoopers of my ginger tweezers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wendy, if you go in I'm a coach in the DIY duo group, and my design this month was a shaker with acetate. Okay. I need like a soft cloth. Are there any fingerprints? Sometimes my fingerprints get on it. Candy! Hey, hey! My Candy girl! How are you? It's so good to see you on. Yes, I am up bright and early this morning. Bright and early. Okay, so for those of you just popping on, we are making a wreath, a shaker wreath attachment. Yes, you could use lots of, oh, thank you, Heather and Candy both. You are so sweet. So these could go in a wreath. I'm gonna put them in a tree. You can make a garland out of them. We have started, for those of you just popping on, with some plates from, where did that, Hobby Lobby. Yes. I mean, you could use, you don't have to, what else could you use? I mean, I guess it's all acetate. But I did have some like ornaments that come in that clear plastic box. I used to save that, but then it would kind of get a little scratched because it's been, you know, sitting on shelves and that kind of thing. So then I got a whole box of 50 sheets for, I think, $10 on Amazon. Where is my glue? So I am kind of like a jack of all crafts. Oh, I know. So you could even put like 3 of them together on a ribbon and have them like hang on the front of a cabinet. So many things you could do with this. The only thing you want to make sure that when you do your hot glue, that you do not accidentally pick it up, because your sprinkles will fall onto that hot glue and they'll stick. And that's kind of a bummer because you want them to move around. So I love making wreath attachments. It's one of my favorite things to do. I'm doing a line of upcycled clothing coming up soon. I love fake baking. So I like to do it all. A cabinet sash, yes. I know, so many different ways that you can use this. And how cost effective is this? You get, so it was $5 and it was 40% off. So what is that? I know, Heather, we would get in trouble. I know, I think I should just label myself a DIY coach, because like last night, I have one that's finished, but I made this Uncle Sam top hat, but out of a Ferris silk ribbon roll. This one isn't, let me go get the other one. I want to show it to you, Heather. So this was on my late night crafting live. Yes. I will show, I'll start sending you some pictures, Heather, if you want. But how cute is this little upcycled top hat, Uncle Sam top hat, made out of a Ferris silk roll of ribbon, like the empty container. So I save all of this stuff. So this top hat, like I want to wear it. Can I wear it? So this could also be used as a wreath attachment. I'm putting it as an ornament in my tree, but like I'm obsessed with this little guy. I love him so much. So really for under, you get a couple of sheets of acetate, some, this is just like party confetti that I put inside of it. You could do any kind of sprinkles. Okay, this is dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim off some of my acetate. What time is it? How much time? I've got 10 minutes. Up after me is going to be Doss Wreath Boutique. No, Doss Craft Boutique. I know, I know. We have tons and tons, and I save it all. Okay. Just trimming this a little bit. Thank you, Tammy. I do love that. And everything that I make, I like to look at it through the lens of it being a wreath attachment. Okay, all trimmed out. Shaker is ready. Now we're gonna take our blue trim. I got this trim at Michael's. I wish I would have bought more. I'm gonna need to go back and find more of it. Good morning, Holly. How are you, my love? Hi, Sharon and Florence and Connie. Look at that blue against that. How pretty is that? Hi, Janny. I know, aren't they fun, Anne? I know. When I saw these plates, like I'm saying, my little nugget friend, Erica, with Berry Sweet, I took a shaker class from her a while back. It's been over a year, maybe even 2 years ago. And she has me seeing shakers everywhere I go. Let's hope that my eyes are okay. That happens sometimes when I am on an early morning live. All of the creams and serums and stuff that I put on my face, it doesn't have time to like all soak in. I know. So Carly knows me too well. Carly has witnessed, I know, between plates, napkins. I'm thinking we need to have a napkin exchange at Fake Bakers Gone Wild. Just saying, everybody bring their napkins. And it's like, well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use like 10 of them, but then the other 10, I will, I'll just serve when we have guests over at 4th of July. So, funny story, the other night, Wendy will think this is, I think Wendy will think this is funny. So we had guests over. We had our life group. Once a month we do like a social potluck. It was at my house. So it was time to serve, and yeah, Heather, I did. So it was the Babams retreat, and somebody had thrown away, we had done these, it was a late night crafting. It wasn't one of our make and takes. They had done these styrofoam cones, and they I think decoupaged or decorated. We weren't able to go. So somebody had thrown theirs away, and it was like this perfectly wonderful styrofoam cone. And yes, I honestly think Carly dug that out of the trash for me, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I was picking ribbon out of the trash. Like someone threw away, it was like a yard of ribbon. Like, you know what I can make with that? Somebody once dubbed me Templeton, because like I recycle stuff. You know, like Templeton in Charlotte's Web would go around the fair at the end of the night. I don't know that I'd eat food out of the trash. Carly even wrote me a very sweet and endearing poem about my trash diving. I know, every yard matters. I know, Carly. I don't know if that means I'm a good influence on you or a bad influence on you. I know, the stuff that she throws away, I'm just like, and then she ended up leaving a bunch of stuff that she like had taken out of her wreath. I'm like, I'll keep that. I'll do something with that. I'm not a rat. I know, that is true. I have this weird thing. I think it grew up. I grew up not having very much, y'all. We weren't like destitute poor, but I grew up with a single mom. She worked 2 jobs. I had to be creative. And so I still sometimes fight that scarcity mentality that there's not going to be enough. And so I'm still, and now with my husband and I, we just call it being wise with our resources. We want to be wise with our resources. But I have no trouble spending money on certain things. But if something is headed for the trash and I feel like I can make something out of it. So at one point I know, Jane Ann, she agrees. 9 out of 10 friends agree that dumpster diving when you're a crafter is okay. I'm putting my little holder on the back of this so that we can use it as a wreath attachment, something on our tree, on our garland. Just gives us some options. Yeah, so I think part of my, my resourcefulness comes from growing up without having a lot. And literally, my husband and I have worked ourselves to the bone for every little thing that we have. In fact, when we first got married, we had bought a thing of cookies. And so here is number 2. I'm going to do a white one as well. But here we are. We've got one with blue trim. Hi, Christy. One with red trim. We've taken a paper plate from Hobby Lobby and turned it into a shaker, wreath attachment, garland attachment, decor. You could actually put this on like a little stand. Yay, Carly. I am rubbing off on you. So anyway, when growing up, we did not have a lot of food. And I definitely had some food issues. I had a brother who ate everything under the sun. But when my mom would buy something, it's like when it ran out, it ran out. There was no more going to the store until next payday. So I would lick, and I didn't eat as fast as him. So if we got cookies, I would lick my cookies so that he wouldn't eat them. I know, I'm so glad, Heather, thank you. I would lick the cookies, lick whatever it was so that he wouldn't eat it. And so when Travis and I got married, we got a thing of cookies, and I got 8 cookies and he got 8 cookies. Well, he ate his 8 cookies, and when I wasn't looking, because he eats faster than me, he took some of my cookies. And I was so irritated. I'm like, you don't care about me, you disrespected me, you took my things. Those were my cookies. And he's like, Ginge, we'll just go buy more cookies. And I'm like, no, that's not the point. You don't go buy more cookies. You only eat the cookies that belong to you. Oh, here I am again, Ellen. Yep. So I do have some food issues, and I have worked through them. But yeah, that definitely stems from my brother eating all my things. Okay, so here we go. Here is our shaker wreath attachment. You could put more in there. You could, put all kinds of other things. I know, it's so true. It's so true, Heather. It's terrible. Okay, let's head on over to Doss Wreath Boutique. I'm going to watch her on my drive into Houston. I live about 30 minutes west of downtown, and my daughter lives downtown, and it's going to be a ton of traffic, so it's going to take me an hour to get there for normally a 27-minute drive. So I'm going to head out. I will see you all Thursday. I will be on again. I know the cookies that belong to you, don't take them. Carly, I was happy to share my cheese puffs. Carly did hide them. I do. My husband does too. He'll eat it and then he'll tuck it in places. I find candy wrappers. In fact, I was live once and he texted me, "Where did you hide the chocolate?" And I'm like, "Well, that was my chocolate. You ate your chocolate. I hide my chocolate because I know he's going to eat it." So anyway, I'm working on my my food issues. Thank you. Thank you, Kathleen. Okay, I will see you all later. Let's head on over to Marissa with Doss Craft Boutique. I will see you all later. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye.